welcome to New York. It's a cool and crisp winter morning and we have started for our journey to Charleston in South Carolina, which is 760 miles from here, and it'll take around 12 hours to reach there. We are currently at Chesapeake Bay Scenic Point, which gives us a glimpse of this iconic bridge tunnel system, which is one of the only 14 in the world. This 17.6 mile long system crosses the mouth of Chesapeake Bay in the state of Virginia. Also, let me share a bit of history here. In December 1606, the Virginia Company of London sent an expedition to North America to establish a settlement in the colony of Virginia. After sailing across the Atlantic Ocean from England, they reached the New World at the southern edge of the mouth of what is now known as Chesapeake Bay. Good morning from Charleston, and our first stop today is Charleston Visitor Center. This building was built from 1840 to 1856, formerly known as Old Dean's Warehouse, one of the 5 former railroad buildings that are now part of the National Historic Landmark District. This is where the History City bus tours start, and is a good place to start exploring the city of Charleston, as it has all the information about Charleston, including the history, tours, events, and restaurants.
Her soul. When did I become a lonely ghost?
After parking our car at the parking garage, we are now walking on the King Street, and its history dates back hundreds of years. It was named after King Charles II of England and was originally called Charles Street. While its remarkable history and eclectic mix of fashion, art, antiques, home decor, and extraordinary food, King Street is the most vibrant and distinctive downtown in America. Our next stop is Charleston City Market, which was built in 1790s not as a place to sell art and craft, but to sell beef and produce. The Charleston Eagles, who used to circle the market to pick up the butcher's scraps, kept the city so clean that they were protected by law. Today, the city market's vendors sell souvenirs and other items ranging from jewelry to gula, sweetgrass baskets. By the way, the gula are a subgroup of the African American ethnic group who predominantly live in the Low Country region of the US, states of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, within the coastal plain and the sea islands. We are now at Rainbow Row, which refers to the row of 13 pastel-colored historic homes first constructed around 1740 and were used by merchants who would run their business on the ground floor and live on the top floor. We are now at the waterfront park facing the River Cooper, and this park also is the site of Pineapple Fountain. Well, there is an interesting fact about Charleston and the pineapples. You will see the image of pineapples everywhere in Charleston, on front doors, gates, and even in the middle of most famous places. Local legend has it that when a ship captain arrived home after a long journey, he would hang the tropical fruit pineapple in the door to announce he was home and welcoming friends and neighbors to come visit. Fort Sumter and Fort Moultrie are the historic sites which can be reached by a ferry. Fort Sumter is where the bloodiest war in the history of the United States began. The Battle of Fort Sumter marked the beginning of American Civil War, when Confederate forces fired the first shots of the Civil War upon Federal troops at Fort Sumter at 4:30 a.m. on April 12, 1861. White Point Garden, also known as the Battery, is on the southern tip of downtown Charleston. Many tourists visit this park because it offers stunning views of Charleston Harbor, including the Ashley River, which can be seen on the west side, and Cooper River, which is situated on the east of the city. Yet there is a lot to learn about this historic Charleston landmark. In the 1800s, it was the site of public bathing house, and it hosted freed African Americans on Independence Day to commemorate the end of slavery. St. Michael's Church was built in 1760s with a massive steeple and a cedar pew where George Washington sat in 1791. We are now driving towards Isle of Palms, which is a small city on the slender barrier island just 12 miles from Charleston. It's known for its beaches backed by condos and eateries. Sea turtles also nest in this area. Boone Hall Plantation is one of America's oldest working plantations, continually growing the crops for over 320 years. From the late 1600s to the early 1800s, the plantation was owned by the Boone family, and records indicate that there were around 90 to 100 enslaved people on the plantation. And by early 1800s, it had grown to more than 4,300 acres of land, and number of enslaved people increased to 300. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video as we explored the beautiful city of Charleston, and I'll see you in my next video.